Hi everyone, I'm Irozo, a beginner day trader, and in today's video I'm going to tell you about my transition from a simulated account to place trades with real money. For those who don't know, I am a beginner day trader, a small cap stocks trader, and I only trade US stocks at this moment. About 1 year ago, I opened a simulated account with TradingView, and that was my first approach with a candlestick chart. I remember I started with a basic plan, and then I upgraded later. I got familiar with the software right away. I focus on that. I focus on looking for my indicators, my EMAs, and set up the chart. Like, probably took me 2, 3, 4 days to do all of that. I took my time, and then I took even a couple more days to just watch. I was like living the dream. It was so cool. Still, it will always be cool. Day trading is awesome. Very risky, but it's awesome. And I also want to let you know that I'm just sharing. I'm a beginner day trader, and that's all I'm doing. Okay, moving on. My first trade, I was green, beginner luck. And then from there, because I buy the stock at one price and I always sell higher, I wanted to practice my entries and my exits based on my strategy. And I was so afraid to place my first trade in the simulator. Well, whatever. It was so cool. I remember at a certain point, I am right 75% of the times, and my average winners are bigger than my average losers. Like, whoa. When I set up the chart, I had no idea about fees or how that would work in the future. And so what I did, I set up the chart to pay $1 per trade, but later I realized that wasn't going to be the case in real life. Anyways, all that reality was going to change once I faced myself with, trading with real money. And at a certain point, about 9 months later, I felt like the need to know what is like place trades with real money, being the same position I am in the simulator, but in a real account. So I did that. I opened an account with Questrade, my broker, and funded it with $1,000 Canadian. And now you ask me, why Questrade? Well, Questrade because I live in Canada, and I want to avoid the PDT rule. I also want to be able to trade from Monday to Friday and place as many trades I wish. Also, I found out that I was going to be able to connect Questrade to TradingView platform and still be able to place my trades through TradingView. So I felt like, okay, that's the way for me to go. And so I did it. Immediately, I am paying $4.98 or $4.98 basically per share. So now if I place one trade to buy and another trade to sell, I am down $10. Also, I am now placing trades through an account funded with Canadian dollars, but I am buying US stocks. So the conversion rate will be, let's say, per share, I will be adding between 25 or 30 cents per share. So I'm not used to that in any meaning, and that was what I knew it was going to have an impact in my strategy. Just the $10 that I am immediately down when I go in and get out, that has a huge impact in my strategy. Also, I was practicing my stop losses mentally in the simulator, and that didn't work when it came to trade with real money. First trade, second trade, okay, up like between $40, $60, but then it was bad. And I know exactly why. All these factors that I just mentioned, plus foam. I wanted to be green so badly, and I wasn't good when it came to manage my number of shares. It was a little bit of an expensive stock as well. That happened in 2 consecutive days. It was a spiral, and I lost in those 2 days an average of $600. I funded an account with $1,000 Canadian, which gave me around 780 or 88 US dollars. So now imagine, like, no words. I was feeling so bad. Like for the first time as a day trader, I am experiencing loss. It was like I felt bad. I felt so bad. But then, what was the purpose of all of this? That's all I could think. And that's when moral of the story, at the end of the day, that's what I wanted and that's what I asked for, and it made all sense and it was all on me. And I'm not saying that I did like the way I felt, but I did appreciate it that happened with that little amount of money. And I'm grateful for how much I learned, and actually that was the goal, I guess. Learn the hard way. I learned so much. So I learned, right now I am practicing in the simulator my stop losses. I downsized my number of shares, adjusting my entries. Another thing that I noticed was the market that I was trading while I was in the simulator. It wasn't the same market when I went with a real account, and that has a huge impact because it's never on the stock market. It's never the stock. It's always you. I'm also practicing discipline, very important. And sometimes you just, like I said, it's the spiral, it's the foam. When you realize you're buying too many shares and putting yourself in, it's important for me that it's a main gapper, that it's a stock that it must be the first or the second stock in my stock screener. It has to be up at least 50% on the day. My price range, I can go to $7, but no more than that. And I want to keep focus on that. I want to become consistent within those set of rules. What else? Has to have news, and the supply has to be lower than the demand. Definitely. I'm looking more and more into the candle itself, the formation. It's very important for me that the stock is breaking VWAP levels and also trading above EMAs. It's important for me that my 9 EMA it's above my 20 EMA, and MACD all positive. Oh, I also, like, my last video, I mentioned the person I learned from. I remember I said his name is Ross. Well, his name is Ross Cameron. I forgot to mention his last name. And I'm gonna link his YouTube channel to this video, because if you are looking to learn more or thinking about becoming a beginner day trader, he is definitely the person you want to have a look at. And he has so much to offer on his YouTube channel. So if you have the same strategy, long bias, blah blah blah, day trader, there you go, have nothing to lose. He also has Warrior Trader Academy, where I actually purchased my plus course like about almost 2 years ago. So, but he has different levels and so on. You can also have a look at it for sure. And so, yeah, thank you for being here, listening to me, and I'll be back soon with more trades on the simulator. Bye.